السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today inshallah we will continue after midterm in BLC practical experiment number 5 with timers. So we have finished before midterm experiment number 4. We have covered in that experiment two types of timers, and you know that Siemens BLC have 5 types of timers. So we have covered 2. We have to cover the other 3 types. So we will begin with type number 3, which is ODT timer. It is the on delay timer. We have the timer block as usual. This is the timer block. Here we put here the timer number, for example T1, here S, here R, here the TV value, and here is the output. So we'll connect the S input to any input, for example I124.0. The TV value we should stick with the format or which is S5T hash, for example 3 seconds. The R input here is not compulsory, we can use this timer without any reset input here. The Q output here we connect it to, for example Q124.0. So we'll begin explain the operation of this timer by a timing diagram. So let's say I124.0 have 2 pulses, one short pulse and one with long pulse, like this. This is less than TV value, which is 3 seconds in this case, and this one is greater than the TV value. So the Q in this case, the output of the timer Q124.0 will not work here because this value, this pulse is very short, will not enable the timer. But for the second one, the time starts here. The timer will count starting from this point, from this positive edge here. Then it will go after 3 seconds. This delay is equal to 3 seconds, which is the TV value. After that it will be on, the output will be on, energized, as long as the input is 1. If the input goes to 0, then this will go to 0 with it. Okay, so this is the principle of operation of on delay timer, and you know, maybe we can the one application of the timer, for example, say you have a machine and you need to, when you push a button, you need the machine to run after some delay. This is on delay timer. For example, you have to run the machine after a delay to ensure that, for example, the oil inside the machine is hot or warm. The fourth type of timers in Siemens BLC is the ODTS. ODTS is it is on delay timer as the previous one, but it is stored or called retentive. Retentive means if you have this timer, this is SO. This is the type of the timer here, SODT. I forgot to put it here. I put it here for SODTS. The same here, S instead of ODT we have ODTS. This is the timer number. Here the S input as before, 124.0. This is the TV value, S5 T hash 3 seconds, and the R input here is a must. We have to use the reset input, for example I124.1, and the Q here we can connect it to, for example, to Q124.0. So again, if we have a short pulse, here for the input I124.0, which is the same as S, and we have like this, then the output start from here. Okay, the output will start from here, and continue after 3 seconds. Here this delay is 3 seconds. This will be on, and will be on infinitely until a reset input will force it to go to 0. Until a reset input, we have in this case to use the reset input to force this one to go to 0 at some point. Okay, so this is good and suitable for push buttons. So because it works either for both cases, for short pulse or for long pulses, it will work fine, and also it will continue working. It will continue to be energized until a reset button has been pressed. So this is the principle of operation of the ODTS. This is suitable for push button. This one is suitable for toggle switch. You have to use toggle switch and ensure that the toggle will be on for a long period, which is greater than the TV value. For a small period, for short period, the timer will not work. Now we will continue with the fifth type of timer, which is the off delay timer. DT timer, or off delay timer. We have this block here. This is the number, the timer number. This is S. Again, we have I124.0, TV value S5T hash 3 seconds, R I124.1, the Q connected to Q 124.0. Okay, and here the timing diagram, if you make the I100 on, I124.0 on, then the output Q 124.0 will be on at the same time. Both of them are on at the same time. The output will follow the input because this is off delay, not on delay. For the on operation, the output will follow like a normal toggle switch, will follow the input. But if the input goes to 0 at some point, then this one will not go to 0, will start delaying, will counting after 3 seconds. Here it will go after 3 seconds from here. This is the 3 second period. Then it will go to 0. It will go to 0 here. So here, when this is off here, at this point, this one will not be off. Only will be off after the delay, which is a 3 second, the TV value. This is called off delay timer. And one example of using an off delay timer, for example, if you have an oil pump that pumping oil to a conveyor belt, for example, in a factory, and if the operator push the off button, try to switch off the conveyor belt, then the oil pump will not be off until after a period of time it will be off, to ensure that oil is pumped to the conveyor belt after switching off the conveyor. And this is usually good for keeping the machines in a good health. Okay, so we have now, for today, we have covered the 3 types of timers. The assignment, my assignment to you regarding this experiment, the first one is to make a flashing. You know, before midterm we do flashing using pulse and pulse extended timer. Today we need to from you to do a program that make flashing using ODT timer. Okay, or ODTS. Let's say ODT. Then we need the second assignment. We need to use the off delay timer to as a pulse timer. Okay, as a pulse timer. So when to have like this, if you have the input like this, okay, this is the input. Then we need to have, starting from this point, we need to have a pulse which is equal to the TV value. This is the pulse period. For example, we need this 5 seconds. Okay, this is the output. This is the second assignment. Okay, so for now I will stop, and we will continue inshallah next videos. Thank you very much. I hope you understand the 3 types of timer that we have covered today. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.